Hello students, today we are going to see a sum on estimation of working capital requirement where estimated output is 65,000. Details about stock of raw material, work in progress and finished goods is given. Creditors and debtors time of credit is also given. Outstanding wages and overheads holding time is also given. All this information will help us calculate working capital requirement. In this sum, if you see raw material, WIP, and finished goods, all this is the part of inventory, which is part of a current assets, and part of current asset again. And wages and overheads, they have given you time. So outstanding wages and overheads, so 2 weeks time for each of the components. Okay, so we'll create the format and we'll start solving the sum. The only difference in this sum is they have given you holding time in weeks instead of months. Okay, so for that reason, this production units they have given, and in bracket they have mentioned it is for a year. It means 52 weeks you have to consider in a year. Okay, so instead of dividing all the amounts in 12 months, we'll be dividing the amounts into 52 weeks and we'll multiply by the holding time. Okay, so just create the format. Okay, now out of all this, if you see inventory, you will find three types of inventory in the sum. Debtors they have given, but they haven't given cash. Okay, so this cash balance will not come. Then creditors, I guess, um, outstanding wages and overheads. Okay, so outstanding wages and overheads. Okay, so the similar format. Particulars, amount. What you can do, either you can create the entire format and just write the amounts afterwards, or you can create the format like current assets, first inventory, in that raw material you finalize with each component and then you can go to the next one, right? So it is always preferable to create the format first because nothing will be left then, right? So first we'll see current assets. In current assets we'll see inventory, and for inventory we are going to see first inventory stock of raw material. Okay, now if you see the raw material cost, how much it is? 5 per unit, correct? So 5 for 1 unit multiplied by how many units are there that you will be producing in a year?
65,000.
65,000. So we are going to multiply this per unit cost by 65,000 units. Now this will be the cost for the entire year. And what is the holding time if you see for raw material?
2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks.
Acha, for raw material.
For raw material, it is 2 weeks. So what we are going to do, since it is 2 weeks and in a year 52 weeks are there, this much amount we are going to divide into 52 weeks first, so that you will get for 1 week, and then we are going to multiply this by 2 weeks. So 2 weeks raw material will
12,500.
come. Okay, so if we calculate it, so 12,500. Now next line, WIP, work in progress. Now, in case of a work in progress, if nothing is said, we'll consider the entire amount of total cost, raw material, labor and overhead. Since work is in process, you have incurred raw material cost also, laborers have started working on it, and even overheads cost is incurred. But in most of the sums, they will give you percentage of completion. In this sum, if you check, material in progress for 2 weeks, and they have given you 50% of wages and overheads you have to consider for it, not the entire amount. Okay, now in this case what you can do is you can create a total cost separately for WIP, or you can show the three details separately in this. I'll show you both ways. So
I'm showing separately is better.
okay, showing separately, what you have to do is after WIP you have to show raw material separately. Okay, then labor I'll show you both ways, okay? Whichever is easy for you, you can follow. Overheads. Now, instead of showing three together, we have shown separately. The raw material cost 5 per unit into the units produced divided by 52 weeks multiplied by WIP holding time. That's what you can do. But with respect to labor and overheads, they have specified you have to take only 50%. So what you'll be doing, raw material you'll be taking at 5 rupees per unit, but labor cost and the other one you will be taking only 50%. Okay, so if you see, labor cost is 3 per unit and overheads 2 per unit. So either you can calculate the entire cost and then you can make it half, or you can just only take 1.5, okay, half of the labor cost and half of the overheads. Okay, so half of the overheads will come to 1 per unit. Okay, so I'll show you both ways. I guess आपको जो easy लगेगा you can follow. Now 5 per unit into 65,000 units. This is the entire material cost for a year. We'll divide it by 52 weeks and then we'll multiply by holding time, WIP holding time. If you see, material in process for 2 weeks. Okay. Now same way we are going to do here, 1.5 per unit, half of the labor cost into 65,000 divided by 52 weeks and multiplied by 2 weeks holding time. Okay, then overheads, half of the overheads only we have to, okay, into 65,000 units divided by 52 weeks, then multiplied by 2 weeks. Okay, so this 3 separately you can show it in a column, and 3 together you can show WIP cost in the outer column. Okay, so 5 rupees into 65,000 divided by 52 weeks multiplied by 2 weeks. So that will come 12,500. Here I'm writing it, 12,500. Next line, labor cost. Only half of it we have considered, that is 1.50 into 65,000 units. Okay, divided by 52 weeks multiplied by 2 weeks. So it will come 3,700 and
3750.
okay. Now next, overheads cost. Okay, 1 into 65,000, that is 65,000. Okay, divided by 52 weeks and multiplied by 2 weeks. So it will come 2,500. Now this together is your WIP cost. Okay, so we have just shown the details of WIP separately with respect to how much is raw material, labor and overheads, which is in progress. Okay, so together this 1, 2, 3 total you can take it in outer column. 2,500 plus 3,750 plus 12,500. So it will come 18,750. Okay. So this is how WIP cost you can calculate. I'll show you just the calculation, how you can calculate it in one go instead of showing this all 3 components. Now what we are going to do is, what we normally do is for WIP, we take the manufacturing cost. Okay. So if you want to find out manufacturing cost based on the given details, what is said? Material in progress for 2 weeks, 50% of wages and overheads. What does it mean? 50% wages, 50% overheads. They haven't specified about raw material. We'll consider 100% raw material is in process. Okay. So raw material cost is 5 per unit. Okay. Labor cost is 3 per unit. Okay, I'll just show you here. So if you want to show it separately, okay, 3 per unit plus, raw material 5 per unit plus labor cost half of it 1.5 Okay,
1.5.
plus overheads 2 है, उसका half 1. If you do total of this, okay, 5, 1.5,
7.5.
and this one 5 and 6 and 7.5. Okay, 7.5. Now this is your total cost only for calculating the WIP. Okay, so this is per unit cost now into 65,000 units divided by 52 weeks. So this is for 1 week you will get, multiply by holding time, that is 2 weeks. Now you'll get this much cost. Just check. Same amount of cost you will get this one. 18,750. Right? Can you see this and this is same? Just you can either show separately or you can just do this 5 plus 1.5 plus this 1. So you are adding per unit cost first. These are 50-50%, this is 100%, and then you are taking proportionate amount. Whatever you find it convenient, you can follow. Okay. Now next, for finished goods, you have to take the cost of production or total cost. Now just check out total cost. 5 rupees is the raw material cost, 3 rupees labor cost, and then 2 rupees is the overhead cost. Okay, just understand this completion stage, whatever is given, this one,
10.
it is only to be taken for WIP, not for anything else, right? So in that case, total cost, if you find out this plus this plus this, so that will come 10 rupees. Okay, so 10 rupees per unit. So 10 rupees per unit for 1 unit. If it is 10, multiply by 65,000. This is the total cost of production for a year. Now we are going to divide it by 52 weeks. So you'll get of 1 week, then multiply by finished good holding time. Find out how much it is. Find out how much investment is there in 2 weeks, which will, means it will take time to get converted into cash. So if you solve this, 65,000 into 10, that is 6,50,000 divided by 52 weeks and multiplied by 2 weeks. So you'll get 25,000 finished goods stock.
Yes.
Now we are done with these 3 components. Part of inventory is done, raw material, WIP, and finished goods. So you can do total of these 3 and you can show it in the outer column only, the total amount of inventory. So 12,500 plus 18,750 plus 25,000. So 56,250. Okay. Now for debtors, total cost is to be considered. Now if you see for debtors, total cost means again same 10 rupees, since no other components are there. Same amount will be the total cost into 65,000 units which you have produced divided by 52 weeks and multiply by the time which is given to the customers. Okay, credit time allowed to the customers or debtors is 4 weeks. Okay, so for 4 weeks, how much money is receivable but you haven't received, that we'll find out. 50,000. Okay, so there are no other elements, only inventory and the debtors you have. In this case, they haven't given you any cash or bank balance to be maintained. If it is given, in addition to all these expenses, if we require some amount of cash to be maintained, then we add it, right? In this case, they haven't given, so only inventory and 56,250 money rupees you have invested in the inventory, and 50,000 is receivable from the debtors. So if you want to see, almost around 1,06,250 rupees are the receivables. Okay, this much is the investment which you have done in the current assets. Now go to the sum. In the sum, only creditors, here you can see creditors, wages and overheads. These three are the current liability part. These creditors are the ones from whom you have purchased raw material. The raw material cost will be applicable. Raw material cost is rupees 5 per unit. So creditors will be calculated on the basis of raw material cost, that is 5 per unit into 65,000 units. So that will be the cost of raw material for a year. Okay. Now we'll divide this by 52 weeks and we'll find out how much payment is left to the creditors. Creditors 2 weeks. Okay. It means whatever raw material you are purchasing, 2 weeks payment is left. You haven't paid it yet, or you get time for making that 2 weeks payment. So how much that payment comes to? Just check it out. For 2 weeks, it comes 12,500. Check out the sum. Wages we give to labor. Labor cost, check out how much it is. 3 per
3
unit.
per unit.
Okay. For 1 unit, if it is 3, then for 65,000, find it out. Then this is for a year. We'll find out for 1 week by dividing it by 52 weeks. And then multiply by holding time. How much is the holding time? How much payment is left? Outstanding wages and overheads, 2 weeks each. Yes, 2 weeks payment is left. So how much payment is left? You can find it out. So it comes to 7,500.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next line. Show the calculation of the overheads. Overheads per unit is 2 rupees into
Yes.
all units. This is the total amount of overheads. We'll divide it by 52 weeks for getting overheads of 1 week. Then we'll multiply by holding time of 2 weeks. So we'll find out by multiplying by 2 weeks. Okay, 2 into so 5,000. Now there is no other current liability. Just find out the total then. 5,000 plus 7,500 plus 12,500. 25,000 total amount of current liability. Okay. Now net working capital. This less this. 1,06,250 minus 25,000. So your working capital requirement comes to 81,250. Now if you want to see why we minus this, from this we minus this and then we find out this requirement. Okay. So this is also called as a gross working capital. 1,06,250 is gross working capital, whereas net working capital is 81,250. Now, if you want to see, all these are the receivables, right? So what is meant by current assets? Assets which are easily convertible into cash within short time. So you have some inventory, okay, which amounts to around 18,750, sorry, which amounts to around 56,000, okay, and you have some debtors of 50,000 which you haven't received yet. So this plus this together, this is the total amount of receivables, okay. But we are minusing current liability from this. The major reason being you are getting some time to make these payments. So these are not immediate payments. You will get 2 weeks time for creditors, 2 weeks time for wages and overheads as well. So at least for 2 weeks, you will not be making this payment. So amount we are minusing this much, which is not immediate payable, or at least for 2 weeks you can wait for making these payments. So actual amount for today, this much will be sufficient enough, okay, to maintain. This is how we calculate. Why we are minusing this? Because this is good for you. If this time is more, then it means you will get more time to make payments. That is how your requirement will be lesser compared with the requirement of this. Okay. Thank you all for watching the video.